From Cuba Gooding Jr. recorded at Diddy's freak-offs assaulting a man, to Jay-Z and Beyoncé sending their lawyers at peers for having a shocking guest on his show that spoke against them, Diddy has been working overtime, orchestrating to snitch on those who won't speak up for him. But before we get to the identity of the shocking guest, here's 2020 celebs that are likely to get put in the can with Diddy. Eric Adams. A growing list of law enforcement officers, celebrities, and even government officials have been jailed as the disturbing allegations against Diddy continue to surface. Here's the deal. NYC Mayor Eric Adams and Sean Combs both got hit with federal charges in New York recently. And it's wild considering just last year they were hyping each other up.
Because you know who else they was doing investigation on during that whole time period? It was the mayor and the politicians in New York City.
On September 15th, Adams gave Diddy the key to the city, declaring it Diddy Day, with both of them trading compliments like they were best friends. Adams called Diddy the bad boy of entertainment, and even joked about being the bad boy of politics. But things went south fast. Just days after the honor, Diddy's ex, Cassie Ventura, filed a bombshell lawsuit accusing him of abuse, violence, and sex trafficking. The accusations were serious, and Adams quickly distanced himself, returning the key and condemning Diddy's alleged actions, aligning himself with survivors of domestic violence. Here's where it gets even crazier. After cutting ties with Diddy, Adams himself got slapped with federal charges, becoming the first sitting NYC mayor to face criminal charges. He's now dealing with conspiracy, wire fraud, and bribery allegations, which could land him up to 45 years in prison. The buzz now? People are wondering if this is all connected. With Diddy's trial looming, some speculate he might cut a deal and start naming names. Kevin Liles. Hip-hop vet Kevin Liles is calling it quits at Warner Music Group. Liles, who's been riding with Warner since way back in 2004, just let the company know he's stepping down from his role as executive VP. He also said he's done as the chairman and CEO of 300 Elektra Entertainment, making big moves and leaving the building by the end of the month. Now here's the thing, Liles has always been tight with Diddy. Back in the day, Warner was the spot where Diddy's Bad Boy Records was housed, and Liles was one of Diddy's biggest supporters, always riding for him when things got rough. Even as all these allegations started to pile up against Diddy, Kevin stayed solid, backing his boy up. He even went public, saying Diddy isn't the dude the media's been painting him to be. That was just earlier this year, around April, when all this mess first came to light. Now the streets are buzzing because the talk right now is all about Diddy's legal situation. The man's caught up in some serious heat with prosecutors digging into claims about illegal freak-offs he allegedly had going on. A whole lot of folks who were around those events are sweating bullets as this whole thing unfolds. Meanwhile, Lyle stuck by Diddy, saying, "That's not the Diddy I know," like he was trying to hold it down for him. But with all the chaos, Kevin's sudden exit got people talking. Word is that Warner's already going through some changes with execs jumping ship, but folks on social media are wilding out, wondering if Liles' move is tied to Diddy's recent arrest. Natalie Moore. The next celebrity cutting ties and ditching Diddy has been his longtime PR powerhouse, Natalie Moore. She has now officially stepped down following Diddy's shocking arrest in New York, despite Diddy's lawyer, Mark Agnifilo, insisting in court that his client is an innocent man with nothing to hide. Reports suggest Natalie quickly resigned after more than 2 decades working closely with Diddy. At 55, Natalie was the head of communications for Diddy's multi-million-dollar empire, deeply involved in his ventures from his clothing line to his fragrance collection. She was always the one issuing statements denying the sex trafficking allegations against him. Now, Natalie has disappeared, disconnecting her phone and deactivating her email without a word. Diddy was her world, and with the scandal unfolding, she had no choice but to leave. Handpicked by Diddy in the 1990s, Natalie played a key role in transforming his image from bad boy rapper to polished businessman. She handled the public fallout when Cassie Ventura accused Diddy of abuse last November and continued defending him after U.S. officials raided his properties in March. Diddy spoke highly of Natalie, crediting her leadership and passion in managing his global communications and personal PR. But her sudden exit, right after Diddy's arrest, has raised questions. It seems those closest to Diddy, like Natalie, are starting to distance themselves as the legal storm grows. Natalie's departure is a sign that Diddy's empire is feeling the pressure. With her gone and the case unfolding, the industry is on edge, wondering who's next. The scandal is clearly shaking things up from the inside. Ellen DeGeneres. The entertainment world's buzzing with all kinds of speculation right now, especially with the mysterious deaths of Steven Twitch Boss and Anne Hetchy and Diddy's legal drama blowing up. These events are putting old rumors back in the spotlight, rumors that connect all this to talk show host Ellen DeGeneres. Ellen and Diddy have been tight for years, with Diddy making multiple appearances on the Ellen DeGeneres show.
So tell me about your birthday party. Am I invited?
Yes. Yes, you're definitely invited. I invite you to all my parties, you just haven't seemed to show up.
But after Diddy got hit with charges of of sexual assault and racketeering, people are looking at their relationship a little differently. The sudden, tragic deaths of Twitch, Ellen's longtime DJ, and Ann Hetcha, who was once Ellen's girlfriend, have fueled even more online chatter. Officially, both deaths were ruled accidents, but plenty of folks out there think there's more to it. And let's not forget that Ellen once playfully called Diddy Cuddle McSnuggle Stuff, which feels a little different now, considering the allegations. The rumors tying Ellen, Diddy, Twitch, and Hetcha together point to a bigger issue in Hollywood, the power that some figures have to silence anyone who might expose them. Ellen's already faced heat for running a toxic workplace, and Diddy's been dodging accusations of sexual misconduct for years. Now the public is demanding answers about what really happened with Twitch and Hetchy, and what's up with Ellen's connection to Diddy. Meek Mill. Meek Mill just clapped back at the wild rumors linked to an explicit audio clip involving him and Diddy. Ever since Diddy's arrest on September 16th, that same clip, first surfacing during Lil Rod's sexual assault lawsuit, has resurfaced, causing a social media frenzy. Many believe the clip could be AI manipulated, but that hasn't stopped people from flooding Meek's notifications. One user questioned him, asking if it was really him getting his cheeks clapped, and commenting on how quiet he had been. Meek wasn't having it, and took to X, sharing a screen recording of his notifications, calling out what he believes is a bot-driven conspiracy aimed at him and other powerful figures. He said that they manipulated these devices and stressed that he was not with them. Meek also pointed out how people are trying to silence him, claiming his voice is too powerful as a black man who rose from the trenches. He hit back at the narrative, saying that they're trying to make him out to be gay, but he's not. He made it clear this is just a smear campaign. Meek sarcastically added, "We're generating hundreds of millions from music. It's not a coincidence we're all gay and snitches." As this drama unfolds, both Meek and Diddy could find themselves in a courtroom, and if the feds keep investigating, more industry heads could be caught up in the mess. Cuba Gooding Jr. Cuba Gooding Jr. has spoken out about being dragged into Diddy's legal drama, flat out denying the sexual assault claims against him, calling them the craziest thing I ever heard. The accusations stem from a lawsuit by producer Rodney Lil Rod Jones, who says Diddy drugged, threatened, and assaulted him, and then tried to involve Cuba by passing him off to him.
If somebody put something in Cuba Gooding Jr. ear that this was fresh meat, or see can you break him, or see can you do something? Because don't no other man be that close to no other man.
Jones claims Diddy was grooming him to be handed off to his friends, which allegedly happened on Diddy's yacht when he introduced Jones to Cuba, suggesting they get to know each other before leaving them alone. Jones says Cuba made unwanted advances until he had to push him away. Cuba, however, is standing firm, saying it never happened, and that he barely knows Diddy, claiming they only met through his girlfriend who worked PR for Diddy's white party. He insists there were plenty of people around during the alleged incident. With Diddy already facing major charges, adding Cuba to the mix is turning up the heat. If the feds keep digging, more people in Diddy's circle could be in trouble, and both he and Cuba could face serious consequences if these allegations hold up. The legal fallout from Diddy's actions is only getting messier, and more high-profile names might be pulled into the fire. Ashton Kutcher. A 2019 clip of Ashton Kutcher on Hot Ones is resurfacing, shedding new light on Diddy's infamous parties. Kutcher hinted at secrets from Diddy's events, which have long been rumored to involve drugs and nudity. Kutcher's been close with Diddy since their MTV days in 2002, and even co-hosted the 2009 White Party. But with all the serious allegations about Diddy's freak-offs, wild drug-filled parties, Kutcher's past comments like "I've got a lot I can't tell" now seem less like a joke.
Okay, I've got a lot I can't tell. Can't tell that one either. I mean, I'm like actually cycling through them.
Kutcher is already facing heat for defending his That 70s Show co-star Danny Masterson, and his ties to Diddy are making things worse. A source told In Touch that Ashton needs to pick his friends better, and his involvement with two controversial figures is raising concern about his career, especially after he stepped down from his tech company Thorn, which fights child trafficking. With Diddy's scandal growing, Kutcher's long friendship with him is sparking questions, and if investigations dig deeper, Kutcher could be pulled into the mess. The Diddy scandal could seriously impact his career, and for some involved, jail time might be on the table. Jay-Z. Jay-Z, one of the biggest names in the rap game, is now getting dragged into the scandal surrounding his former friend and business partner, Diddy. With Diddy facing serious charges, people are starting to look at Jay-Z's past and his long history with the music mogul. For years, they were tight both personally and professionally, but with Diddy's alleged crimes involving drugs, sexual misconduct, and possibly trafficking, Jay-Z's connection is under scrutiny. Jay-Z's journey has always come with some controversy, from his rise in Brooklyn to his global fame, with rumors of infidelity poverty, substance use, and violence following him. Now the question is how deep his ties to Diddy's alleged activities run. Even though Jay and Diddy reportedly had a falling out years ago, that doesn't clear him. Allegations of financial manipulation and possible violence are being whispered about Jay, adding to the chaos. And people are re-examining his relationship with Beyoncé, especially when they started dating. She was 18 and Jay was 30. There are also old rumors linking Jay to Foxy Brown when she was 16 and he was 25, raising more questions. Lord Jamar and Jaguar Wright have been vocal about both Diddy and Jay, with Wright calling them monsters during her Piers Morgan interview, accusing them of long-standing shady behavior. Now with Diddy facing racketeering, sex trafficking, and assault charges, it's possible Jay-Z could face legal trouble too. If the feds dig deeper, more industry giants could get pulled into the fire and the fallout could be massive. Beyoncé. Amid Diddy's scandal, Beyoncé's name is getting pulled into the mix, and the internet isn't holding back. Viral clips are floating around with conspiracy theories claiming she might have been involved in the deaths of Aaliyah, Left Eye, and even Michael Jackson. Artists like Adele, Britney Spears, and Lizzo praising Beyoncé at award shows have sparked rumors about her connection to Diddy's circle. TikTok is fueling theories that Beyoncé runs a secret music industry cult, and people are now questioning her and Jay-Z's close ties to Diddy. Jaguar Wright even called out Jay-Z on Piers Morgan Uncensored for staying quiet, accusing him of starting little fires, and avoiding responsibility. These wild theories, while unproven, claim Jay and Bey were involved in some of the industry's biggest tragedies, like Aaliyah's death. A viral video even suggests they were behind it, with J. Cole's She Knows playing in the background. There's no official proof linking them to these deaths or any illegal activities. However, a leaked audio clip, allegedly featuring Beyoncé, claims she attended Diddy's parties but denies knowing about any wrongdoing. In the clip, the voice says, "I had no idea about any of that terrible stuff going on." With Diddy facing charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, anyone in his circle could get caught up in the fallout. If Jay and Bey's names keep being linked, they might end up in court too as this scandal continues to spiral. Leonardo DiCaprio is doing his best to distance himself from the heat surrounding Diddy, especially after a photo of him at one of Diddy's infamous white parties resurfaced. According to sources close to the actor, Leo hasn't had anything to do with Diddy for years, and this all comes after Diddy's recent arrest on charges like racketeering, sex trafficking, and other federal crimes. The throwback pic shows Leo and Diddy at a 1998 white party out in East Hampton, where A-listers like Kim Kardashian and Paris Hilton used to roll through regularly. Now, while Leo has been seen at Diddy's events over the years, he even popped up at Diddy's 50th birthday bash in 2019, the source made it clear that Leo wasn't involved in the wild freak-offs.
And I'm sure that's probably not public information yet, but who's the person that's #1 on that invitation list?
Leonardo DiCaprio.
These freak-offs are what people are calling the fueled, drugged-out parties that are linked to Diddy's criminal case. The Insider added, Leonardo DiCaprio has absolutely nothing to do with any of this. Back in 2018, Diddy was hyping Leo up, calling him the #1 person on his party guest list in a Vogue interview. But according to the source, Leo left that party scene behind a long time ago, and he's been more focused on his career and personal life. While Leo's trying to stay clear of this mess, if more evidence comes to light, we might see more familiar faces getting caught up in this scandal and possibly even facing charges themselves. The music industry is on fire right now, with a major controversy involving Usher, who's being accused of playing a role in Diddy's alleged abuse of Justin Bieber. Singer Jaguar Wright is coming forward with some wild claims, saying that Usher knew exactly what Diddy was up to and even helped get Bieber involved in some harmful activities. This news has hit hard, especially with all the dark stories about abuse and exploitation in the music game. Fans and insiders alike are calling for a full investigation into Usher's involvement, with people questioning if he should be held accountable for what went down. The rumors about Diddy and his treatment of young artists, including Bieber, have been floating around for years, with talk of sexual exploitation, drugs, and straight-up coercion.
It was curious. I got a chance to see some things.
Yeah, but you were 13. What were you seeing?
I went there to see the lifestyle.
Right.
And I saw it. And it was, but I don't know if I could indulge and understand what I was even looking at. It was pretty wild.
During a 2016 interview with Howard Stern, he called his time with Diddy pretty wild, admitting there were things he didn't fully understand. When Stern joked about sending kids to Puffy Camp, Usher quickly responded, "Hell no."
You're a dad now. Would you ever send your kid to Puffy Camp?
Hell no.
Jaguar Wright's new claims put Usher right in the middle of it, suggesting that he wasn't just a bystander. He allegedly knew what Diddy was up to and still played a part in bringing Bieber into the fold. If that's true, it paints a whole different picture of Usher's role in this mess, raising serious questions about how deep his involvement goes. Now, Usher is denying it all. He's saying his social media accounts got hacked and that he had no part in any of the wrongdoing. But a lot of people aren't buying it. especially with how his account conveniently got deleted right when the heat started rising. The timing's got fans and critics side-eyeing Usher, and with the gravity of these allegations, people want answers. Usher's name is now in the mix, and if these accusations hold up, he might be facing his own legal battles. Suge Knight just dropped a bomb on his podcast, Collect Calls with Suge Knight, claiming that the rumored split between Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck is tied to some wild FBI tapes from raids on Diddy's homes. According to Knight, the feds might have seized videos showing J-Lo in some compromising situations, including her involvement in that infamous 1999 nightclub shooting where Moses Shine Barrow took the fall for Diddy. Suge spilled that the tapes show Lopez doing things that could have major consequences. He straight up said that J-Lo lied about the gun being Shine's, knowing full well it was Diddy's, which sent Shine to prison and wrecked his life. This shooting has always been a dark chapter in Diddy's past, but now it looks like J-Lo's role could be back in the spotlight, and prosecutors might use it against her. What makes this even crazier? Knight claims Ben Affleck has seen these tapes, and they're reportedly part of the reason why his relationship with J-Lo is falling apart. Suge hinted that the FBI might have called Ben up like, yo, we got something you need to see about your wife. Now, with Ben already rumored to have moved out of their $60 million Beverly Hills mansion, Suge is convinced that divorce is on the way. According to Suge, Ben's not the type to get caught up in all this drama, and J-Lo's connection to the Diddy scandal could be what's driving him out. Suge's words hit hard. He's living his life, got his own team, but she brought all that extra stuff, and now he wants out. With Diddy already facing serious charges like racketeering and trafficking, this new wave of controversy involving J-Lo and the 1999 shooting could open up another chapter of legal troubles. If these tapes surface, J-Lo might find herself in the middle of a legal storm, with prosecutors potentially using her past involvement against her. Khloe Kardashian dropped some wild details about Diddy's infamous parties in a resurfaced clip from Keeping Up with the Kardashians. This clip is from an old episode called Secrets of a Double Life that aired back in 2014, but now people are looking at it with fresh eyes. In the episode, Kourtney asked Khloe who she had been hanging out with over the weekend, and Khloe coyly replied that she had been with a bunch of friends, without naming anyone specifically. Kourtney then jumped in, listing off celebrities like Diddy, Quincy Combs, Justin Bieber, and French Montana. Khloe acknowledged this, saying that everything was so far so good, but didn't seem eager to reveal much more. Later, while bowling with Kourtney and their friend Khadijah Hawk, Khloe shared a bit more about Diddy's party, mentioning that she hadn't been to bed yet and had gotten on a plane at 5:30 a.m. She then casually mentioned that at the party, half the people were naked, teasing Kourtney, saying she would have loved it.
I got on a plane at 5:30 a.m. on this party. I think half the people there were butt naked. You would have loved it.
But things get real interesting when Hawk started to talk about meeting some of Khloe's new friends at the party. Khloe quickly shut her down, telling her to stop talking, multiple times, as if there was more going on behind the scenes that she didn't want out there. Diddy's white parties were legendary in Hollywood, with big names like Leonardo DiCaprio, Sarah Jessica Parker, and of course the Kardashian sisters all in attendance. But with Diddy now facing major legal trouble for trafficking and other federal charges, people are looking at these parties in a whole new light.
I know you're known for the parties. When you think of a party or a good time, you think of Puff.
As more info comes out, it's looking like Diddy's scandal could take down the Kardashians with it, and we might be seeing more charges or even jail time for the family. Megan Fox just wiped her Instagram and deleted all her posts on X, and fans are already putting two and two together, wondering if it's got anything to do with Diddy's recent arrest. The timing of Megan's move has people buzzing, especially since Usher and Pink did the same thing right after Diddy got hit with those charges. Now, with Diddy's legal situation blowing up, folks are starting to connect the dots. Megan, Usher, and Pink were all known to have been in Diddy's circle at one point or another, and their sudden silence is making people wonder what's really going down behind the scenes. If Megan and these other celebs are cleaning up their socials, it's got everyone asking if they're trying to distance themselves from Diddy before things get messier. Fans are already speculating that these social media moves are more than just coincidences, and with Diddy looking at serious time if convicted, it's possible Megan Fox could be in for legal trouble of her own. Naomi Campbell's close ties with Diddy are back in the spotlight after she threw him a star-studded birthday bash, just as serious allegations hit the rapper. On November 9th, 2023, Naomi hosted Diddy's 53rd birthday at London's Lavo restaurant with celebs like Janet Jackson and Idris Elba. But soon after, both Naomi and Janet scrubbed their photos from the event, fueling speculation. With Diddy facing charges of racketeering, trafficking, and more, people are questioning Naomi's connection to him. There's even talk about a rumored romance back in 2001 when insiders claim Naomi helped Diddy repair his ladies' man image after his split with J-Lo. Though Naomi has always maintained their relationship was strictly platonic, the sudden deletion of photos has people wondering if she's trying to distance herself. Meanwhile, Naomi's dealing with her own drama. She's been banned from serving as a trustee for her Fashion for Relief charity and has launched an investigation into what went wrong. She's staying committed to her charity work, but the timing of everything is raising eyebrows. Donald Trump just got dragged into the middle of the controversy surrounding Sean Diddy Combs thanks to a resurfaced clip from The Apprentice. In the clip, Trump throws some love Diddy's way, calling him a good guy and a good friend while chatting with Aubrey O'Day. But O'Day's reaction? Cold. She straight up dodged the question, saying, "I don't want to answer that." And now, that moment's back in the spotlight, raising eyebrows about what was really going on. For those who don't know, Aubrey O'Day worked with Diddy when she was in Danity Kane, and her reaction says it all. There's some tension behind the scenes. People are connecting the dots between Diddy's legacy and the growing list of serious allegations against him.